watching another edition of City Post TV News. We come to you every week under the Department of Mass Communication YouTube channel. Welcome, I am Tvjp. In our top stories today, Mbale City launches an ambitious greening beautification project to combat climate change. IUIU Rector urges the media to promote morality. Low revenue hampers maintenance of Mbale Central Market. New cassava variety is changing the fortunes of women in Bukeria district. Today we bring you an inspiring story of a city determined to combat the effects of climate change and restore its former glory. Mbale City, once known as the cleanest city in East and Central Africa, is embarking on an ambitious journey towards a greener and more beautiful future. The initiative, named the Greening and Beautification of Mbale, aims to address the pressing environmental issues faced by the city, such as extreme temperatures, devastating floods, by joining hands with various stakeholders, including Centenary Bank, Mbale City authorities and numerous organizations and individuals, including the community, is taking proactive steps with Mbale City authorities to support the greening and beautification of the project. Beatrice Mogalambi, the General Manager of Corporate Communications and Marketing at Centenary Bank, shared the details.
That in the initial start, we should be greening the avenue, the Republican Avenue, and then we shall be going forward. Mbale City is a city that was one of the cleanest, I think the best in Uganda, and we want to bring back that glory of Mbale City. Now, we are going to be planting 5,000 trees in the initial start, and we shall be looking at the city as one. We shall be going to the areas which have been ravaged by floods, because it is a climate action change that we are going to be able to mitigate.
The initial phase of this endeavor will involve planting an impressive 5,000 trees. Efforts will also extend to areas affected by floods, such as Bududa, ensuring no part of the city is left untouched by this environmental transformation. Recognizing the urgency of addressing climate change, Rhoda Nyaribi Mayuka, the Principal Environmental Officer of Mbale City, highlighted the adverse impacts already experienced.
We have brought together a number of stakeholders from different aspects to join us as Mbale City to do what we are calling the greening and beautification of Mbale. Now, why are we doing this? We are doing this because as Mbale City, we have been affected by issues of climate change.
Mayoka emphasized the importance of a robust tree canopy as a windbreaker and highlighted the project's additional focus on stabilizing riverbanks using bamboo trees to prevent soil erosion and water contamination. Proper solid waste management was also emphasized to prevent clogged drainages and subsequent flooding. This comprehensive approach aims not only to green the city, but also to instill a sense of pride and cleanliness among the residents. But it's not just about the environment. The project holds significance from a spiritual perspective as well. Pastor Wilberforce Okumo of Pearl Haven Christian Center shared his thoughts on the initiative.
Beginning from the big one, there's what we call global warming, which is a result of the destruction of the green cover over the earth. And then Mbale itself is known to be a place that used to have a lot of rain, a lot of green. Over the years we've had so many landslides because we do not have trees. Trees have a tendency of holding the soil together and being the best barrier against floods and against mudslides.
Indeed, this project has garnered support from entities such as Islamic University in Uganda, the School of Clinical Officers, the School of Hygiene, and Chua Children's Hospital, Uganda. Meanwhile, the rector of Islamic University in Uganda, Professor Ismail Jagenda, during the commemoration of the World Press Freedom Day, delivered a strong message to media practitioners, urging them to be cautious about the content they publish. Delivering his message through the Vice Rector in charge of Finance and Administration, Professor Abdul Kaziba Mbata, The rector said, whereas the media is a gateway to information which is critical for the well-being of society, the information should be used to build the future.
Such that we build a society where they say, where do you go to school? Not looking for money only, money until you land on very awkward money. That was what we call blood money. With those just a few remarks, if we had time, I would pass through whatever they have said, but I think I have given you what the rector saw that is very prudent. And this is a consanguineous family that you are building. Don't think that when you are you are very different from the rest. You must be together, you must network. That's the first capital that you must have. And the essence of this celebration is to bring people here. I'm just disappointed that other people have not joined you, despite the invitation made. But we need to know and appreciate the knowledge of each faculty.
Jagenda emphasized the need for responsible reporting, particularly on the ongoing debate about the same-sex relationships. He stated that homosexuality and lesbianism are not human rights as propagated by some Western countries, and urged the media to take a firm stance against the practices.
So the role of the press is very cardinal. And therefore, he requested that I do just remind you in summary. It's as if we knew that I will speak when time has gone. Of only 10 aspects. One, that you must develop a culture when you are students of hard work. Learning your profession requires a lot of energy and drive. And therefore, this involves the ability to work for long hours. You must be ready to do it.
Professor Jagenda also highlighted the importance of journalism education, urging the students of mass communication to fulfill the demands of their course in order to better serve the community. He suggested organizing more seminars, workshops and conferences to enhance their understanding of public discourse. Today's event was commemorated under the theme, Shaping the Future, Journalism the Driver of All Human Rights. Wandeka emphasized the crucial role of media in exposing corruption and government scandals, citing the example of the Iron Sheet scandal in the office of the Prime Minister. It is worth noting that the press plays a vital role in searching for and discovering new information, transforming it into goods and services that benefit society. Without a free press, we would be unaware of the events and issues affecting our community. Lastly, Wandeka commended the Department of Mass Communication at Islamic University in Uganda with keeping up with global events and organizing a series of activities to mark the World Press Day. These activities included exhibitions and a procession of students accompanied by the Mbale Brass Band through the major streets of Mbale. In Mbale City, a bustling hub for local vendors, the market has been grappling with leaking roofs, causing disruptions and financial losses. In less than a decade since its commissioning, Mbale Central Market has fallen into despair. The roofs have developed holes, and as a result, several lockups and stores have been adversely affected.
Kano ke katale kafa Mbale Central Market mwetusinzirira okuba ntino tukola ekiriyo naye olabira ddala kanso wejja negamba nti eyagala musolo kati omuntu ono na buli mwezi bamujjako omusolo gwe neeraba ennaku gy'ayitamu okuba nti nasasula.
The market, which was constructed by the government of Uganda with funding from the African Development Bank, has been leaking since 2019. The situation has worsened with time, hindering the recovery efforts of businesses trying to bounce back from the impact of COVID-19 pandemic. The revenue generated by the market has taken a hit as some vendors exploit the leaking roof as an excuse to evade taxes. This has led to the loss of at least 50 million shillings per month, affecting both the vendors and the Mbale City authorities. The Secretary of Mbale Central Market Management Committee, Mohammed Mwanja, shared their efforts to seek assistance from Mbale City authorities. However, their pleas seem to have gone unanswered. The situation has worsened as some vendors have abandoned the market, choosing to operate from the streets instead. This has further complicated revenue collection for the city. In response, Mbale City is finalizing a working treaty with vendors to restore harmony in the market.
One, those markets have what we call guidelines. We call them matic markets. 18% of the money collected from the market is supposed to go back to do operation and maintain.
Mbale Central Market, once envisioned as a thriving center for commerce, is now grappling with leaking roofs that have significantly affected businesses and revenue generation. The city authorities are working towards finding the necessary resources to address the issue and restore the market's functionality. Meanwhile, in Bukeria district, the lives of women are changing dramatically thanks to the advancement in research and technology. The introduction of the new cassava variety has transformed the fortunes of these women. The narrow cast 1 cassava variety, introduced to farmers in Malera sub-county in 2017, has put an end to years of food shortages caused by failing yields. The previous variety, Nez 3, had served the Teso population in the 1990s, but it was no longer sufficient. With the new cassava variety, women are not only able to grow enough food to feed their families, but also to sell the surplus to meet the other family needs. I have seen a significant improvement in cassava production since the introduction of the new variety. My family no longer suffers from food shortages, and I can even sell the surplus to earn extra income for other expenses. The improved cassava production has brought about more than just food security. It has empowered women in Bukeria district to start saving groups, providing financial services to families in the district. Asio, for example, is the chairperson of her savings group, Kasedua. The new cassava stems have opened up new opportunities for us. We can now sell them to farmers outside Bukeria district, which has not only exposed us to the world of business, but also helped us to save more money. The introduction of the new cassava variety in Bukeria district was made possible by the Faculty of Agriculture at Makerere University with support from an association called the Popular Knowledge Women's Initiative. To celebrate this agricultural breakthrough, the women have formed farming groups in their villages. However, they face a new challenge. In order to enhance their farming skills and explore value addition in cassava production, these women are now seeking assistance with transportation to attend training sessions with other women in the district. The women of Bukeria district are proving that research and technology can bring about transformative changes. With the introduction of the narrowcast 1 cassava variety, they have not only overcome food shortages, but have also gained economic independence through saving groups. We hope that their plea to the transportation support will be heard, allowing them to further improve their farming practices and contribute to the development and sustenance of their communities. That concludes our broadcast for tonight, and thank you for joining with us. Remember to stay tuned to City Post TV News for all the latest news and updates. Have a great evening.